Those buffs. Just make sure you take a few steps back.
Please send in the Hellpot sanitation crew.
How about a nice
Dorime, interimo ad appare dorime.
of liberty?
This planet's actually kind of cool looking though.
Oh yeah, definitely. This place is awesome.
Calling in reinforcements.
Today, I'm going to talk about Helldivers 2, and it has been one of the most amazing games that I've ever played. It's most exhilarating. It helps me relax. It helps me become a better person. And the reason that Helldivers 2 has grown so fast and is been exponential in the market for a long time, the first reason is that it has diversity. When you play a converted PUBG or Call of Duty mobile game, the areas are static. There is only so much you can do in the open spaces you move. There is only so many ways you can attack. There is only so much there is. But in Helldivers 2, every encounter is different. I have done dozens of missions, so many missions I've done, and each mission I have been different, playing in a different way, moving in a different way. So that is very nice thing that different there are big bugs, there are armored bugs, there are small bugs, and each has a limb, an eye, a body part, whichever you hit gets hurt. It's not like a health bar, it's literally realistic. And the thing is that you are on your own and you just have a different encounter every time. So, that I think is a very big reason why it has exponentially been different from the Call of Duty and PUBG Mobile, even though it is in a similar segment. But playing 10-minute TDM in a PUBG or in Call of Duty 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or in 20 minutes, Helldivers 2 it is a much accelerating experience because you feel like you're there. It's real and it is just much more fun and it's just good. The second reason I think that the Helldivers 2 community is very helpful community. They made just a very fun game. The tutorial that I go through at the first, it takes like 10-15 minutes to go to the tutorial, but I just enjoyed it thoroughly. I couldn't stop giggling all the way through the tutorial. The introduction, the story segment they bring to the game is very strong, and you are able to just feel that this is fun. It's all about fun. You go for liberty and you just get freedom. Though it is a satire, the real villains are going to be Helldivers in the end. That is the plot twist. But it just is a very funny game. That it's a straightforward, fun game. That is what makes it very exciting and exhilarating. And the community is very helpful. Could not believe 500,000 concurrent players were active at its peak when it launched within the first 3 months. So that is a very big amount. They had to, put more servers for people because there were less and less servers for people when at launch. They could not anticipate that so many people would play. And that resulted in a very exhilarating and friendly community. It's like you depend on yourself and your teammates for winning. If you kill your teammates, the enemies are going to be overridden towards you. So it's like teammate building thing, which is a very important segment. It's all about teamwork. You, four people, go into a planet, you just fight with each other, and together you are able to achieve freedom. That is a very cool concept. The third thing is the time frame. You can play several types of good games right now in the market. There is Baldur's Gate 3, there's God of War Ragnarok, Marvel Spider-Man, Hades. You can play all these games. But the thing is that after each thing that you have to do in the Baldur's Gate 3 or the Marvel Spider-Man, there's like 3-4 hour quests. There's like to achieve a small thing, there is very, you know, big span required. I know there are 30 minutes quest, 1 hour quests, 15 minutes quest also available, but the main exhilarating experience that you get is after you do something good, fun, and that rewarding moments are very tough. In Baldur's Gate 3, to get a legendary stuff, you have to work for 4 hours to get to the Githyanki temple, and then you think about selling the owl egg for 900 gold. All that exhilarating experience that you get from that is what's called peak moment. But to get to that peak moment, you have to work for 3 to 4 hours. Normal people don't have that much time when they are out after their jobs finished, have that tired, mentally broke, and they just don't have that much time. They have like 1 hour, 2 hour, and they can spend 4 hours in a single quest to get a staff and then sell the owl egg for 900 gold. It's too much for them. In Marvel Spider-Man also, it's a very good game, but it's, you know, swinging and stuff is good, but when you go to the story, it's like minimum hours long. It's just expected that those things require time and commitment. Like Witcher 3, it's a best game that even today is unmatched, but it requires a lot of time to play. I've beaten Witcher 3 one time, and it took me 115 or 20 hours to beat the first time. It was a very big experience without the DLCs. So I didn't have the DLC, I had just the base game. So it took me 115 to 20 hours to beat the base game. That is difficult. So Helldivers 2 is like a TDM game. It only takes like after you're tired, right? It is one of these gems that you play for 2 to 10 minutes and you start feeling joy. Each game lasts from 20 minutes, not more. If you just wanted to end, you can end it in 20, 22, 25 minutes. And the thing is that you enjoy a lot during those 20 to 23, 25 minutes. You enjoy a lot. You have a very good accelerating experience. That's better compared to those long games, single player games that are for professional gamers that might be better than Helldivers 2, but just for 20, 30 minutes of fun, when you just are frustrated with boring thoughts, you just want to go to a fantasy world and just shoot something, it's good. It's just good. And this was the third reason. So the fourth reason is graphics. I played on a Steam Deck, and during the launch, it was a bit, stuttery. It could go to sometimes 50 frames, sometimes 15, sometimes it would glitch, sometimes 30, 30, 45. But it was a bit on the edge, and I had to do low settings. But now recently they've updated the Steam Deck preset, which is sufficiently good, and I really enjoy the game in the preset. They've um, really moved out on the small issues and bugs and stutterings and crashes. They have changed, and right now currently if you play it, it's very good. I put more than 50 to 53 hours into the game. I just bought it for 2500 rupees. That's not a much, but you just roam around in the worlds, you roam around in the places they just are magnificent to look at, and you just enjoy. Sometimes I forget about the mission and I just go running around shooting bugs. That's all I do, and I forget about the missions. The other three people can do it, but I just want to roam around and shoot bugs. That's all I do. I am not an avid gamer, you could say. I'm good at it, but I don't play more than hard difficulty. I just move from medium or hard. I move around from medium to hard, medium to hard. But mostly when you don't get players that many, right now it's not more than 40,000 player count. So that is when it becomes a bit difficult to find people. So you might end up going solo sometimes, and that's when even the difficulty is medium, it turns out to be very difficult mission. So even so, I enjoy the sceneries. They are like exhilarating, they are fun. And Helldivers 2 has an experience that you don't have to pay to win to get better. The first good set, the first good stratagems, the first good everything you get has to be earned. You have to go to a couple of matches to get enough, stratagems, to get enough this and that. You don't get them by just paying more money. The first whole set of a battle pass is just by working and working and working you get stuff. Yes, they give you free mission completed medals even if you haven't done anything. That's helpful, but still you have to earn your stratagem currency by playing. That's the only way. I've gotten like 1500 that pay what do you say, uh, premium currency. I've got a 1500 of the premium currency without paying a single penny, all from games and just going around and looting some boxes in the things. And that's how, just by playing, I got a 1500 currency. That's great, right? There are some places where you need two people to open the thing and then you just grab the currency, or you just do a pose and there's something and you just get from it, like that. So I have enjoyed Helldivers 2 a lot. So these are the top four reasons I think that it was a very good experience for me. And I'd like to conclude that not many games make you feel so happy and that wow moment you get. Not a lot of games make you feel that. So getting this in a way is a very good thing. And I would honestly give this game 10 out of 10. And it has been one of the best experiences. I would often beg people to play it because the player count is like 25,000 every day now. And before it was a lot. I know it might be because of the recent changes they make a weapon very good at first and then they introduce balance changes to nerf them. That's understandable, but the game is still here and it's just as fun as it was before. And it is also understandable that after the hype cycle some games just don't last very long. It's all science that some games just have a hype cycle, sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes months, 2 months, but after the hype cycle it has to die down. That's natural how games work. But still, I just think that this was a very good game. I enjoyed it a lot and I just loved it a lot. And it brought a lot of good memories from my childhood when my first console was PlayStation Portable as a child, and I would play Dragon Ball Z and all those games. And it just brought back my childhood. I enjoyed it a lot. I just enjoyed this video game a lot. And I would like to say that I give it a 10 out of 10. And that's how I rest my case. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share.
Hey guys, are we the villains?
No.
Look what we did. We
I'll kill you
just
for that traitor
freaking.
stock.
I mean.
Smells like Predator stock.
Okay.